If you're wondering what we believe, then you've come to the right place. What do we believe? It's a story. And here it is. We're going to tell this story with just a few symbols. You know, arrows and stuff. It begins like this. God created the world. Out of nothing came everything. The way God created showed his wisdom, power, and care. It was so good. And the pinnacle of all that good creation was us, human beings. They were happy. God gave them abundance, gave them each other, and gave them life. The people, that's us, chose to deny all that goodness and abundance and life. We didn't trust God. That's called sin. It's like a big X over everything, or like an explosion that blasts us apart from God, from others, from the earth, even from ourselves. It was a way that leads to death. The story could have ended there. But God wasn't done. His love continued. He chose a special people for himself. He made covenants with them and rescued them. He forgave them. He called them to care about the things that he cares about. And he sent them men and women as prophets and leaders to guide them. God was faithful to all his promises. We were not. Yet God sent his very own Son to his very own people. His name was Jesus. Jesus' life and teaching showed us how to live in restored relationship with God, and his death on a cross brings forgiveness and proved once and for all that God is eternally faithful to humanity. But God's Son not only came to us in the flesh, not only died for us, he also rose again, triumphing over death, so that those who follow him can live in freedom from death, isolation, and fear. His kingdom has begun. And he gave that kind of power to those who would follow him. Those people we call the church. The church keeps trying to tell the story and living in the way of Jesus. We do that in gratitude for what God has already done, and we look forward to what God is going to do, to come back and make everything sad come untrue. And that is what Jesus' resurrection shows us, that God isn't done. There's a promise still out there that God will rescue once and for all, just like he always has, to bring wholeness, resurrection, justice, and peace. That's what we celebrate. That is why we worship. We think that makes for a pretty amazing ending to a pretty amazing story. It also makes for a pretty amazing beginning. Come, join us.